The parable of the lumberjack. How many people have heard the parable of the lumberjack? Pacific Northwest, there's a small mountain town. Lots of lumberjacks in this town. Of the dozens of lumberjacks in this particular town, there are two that are considered the most successful and best at their craft. One is a young strapping lad, 6'2", 6'3", muscular. The other, on the other hand, is a much older lumberjack, 64, 65 years old, much smaller of a person in stature, but also considered one of the most successful lumberjacks to ever live in this town. Both of them are legendary. So they're at a diner one day. They both, coincidentally, happen to sit at the bar. And the younger lumberjack recognizes the older lumberjack and says, "Hey, nice to meet you. I've heard lots of amazing things about your work. You're a bit of a legend in this town. I think that I can outperform you. I'm younger, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, and I would like to take your title as the best lumberjack in this town. I'd like to issue you a challenge, Mr. Old Lumberjack. If you choose to accept my challenge, meet me tomorrow at dawn at this certain location." So they meet at this certain location, and the young lumberjack says, "All right, very simple challenge. We're gonna go off in different directions. You have this area, I have this area. We're gonna have our axes, and whoever, by the end of the day, can fall the most trees, can chop down the most trees, is the new best lumberjack in this particular town." The young lumberjack goes in one direction, old lumberjack goes in the other direction. They can't see each other, but they can hear each other hitting the trees with their axe, okay? They start about the same time. Young lumberjack could hear old lumberjack could hear young lumberjack. About an hour into it, they're whacking away, and young lumberjack pauses for a second. He says, "I don't hear that dude. What's going on?" So he gets really motivated and he starts hitting harder and faster, continues to chop down trees. It's about 20 minutes before the young lumberjack hears the old lumberjack start hitting the tree again. And this happens every hour, on the hour, all day long. A pause, 20 minutes. And this super motivates the young lumberjack. He goes harder and faster every time he hears the silence. At the end of the day, they meet in the middle as the sun is setting. The young lumberjack, pretty cocky. "There's no way this dude beat me. I mean, for God's sake, the guy took like 2 hours of breaks throughout the day." So they walk over to the young lumberjack's pile and they count the number of trees. The old lumberjack says, "Nice work. You did a great job today." Then they walk over across and they look at the old lumberjack's stack, and it's more than 2 times as many trees in this stack as the young lumberjack. And the young lumberjack, frustrated, says, "How in the world is that possible? You took like 2 hours of breaks throughout the day, and I worked harder and faster than you all day long." And the old lumberjack simply said, "Those 20-minute breaks weren't breaks. I was sharpening my axe." What a lot of the younger greenhorns and newer members don't realize, that some of the more seasoned veterans in the room, those ones that maybe started off working 7 days a week, Monica Erda, when she started the mastermind, 7 days a week, true story. Her first action item was to get to 6 days a week, and she did. And then she got down to 5, and then to 4, and then to 3. And how many are you working now? 3 days a week, yeah. What some of the seasoned veterans that have been around for a while realize, just what the older lumberjack realized, is you have to take time to sharpen your saw. You need time away. You need time to rest. Burnout is unbelievably high in dentistry. 80% of dentists claim to be mentally and physically exhausted. That's true, no matter what stage of their career. I mean, there are people that I know that are 2 years out that are like, "How did you do this for 21 years, Mark? I am exhausted." You need to take time away from the physical nature of our profession. You need time away to strategize. You need time to sharpen your saw.